Got a Kenmore air conditioner making a lot of noise. I'm going to have to replace the motor, but I'm going to show you what it sounds like. First thing I'm going to do is pull these out, slide them straight up on both sides. I'm going to go ahead and take the front panel off. First I'm going to take this out, take the filter out. Then I'm going to go ahead and pull up on this and get it out of the way. Now I'm going to take these 4 screws out. I'm going to remove this, get it out of the way. Now I'm going to go ahead and take all the screws out. Now I'll come around to this side and I only got 4 along the bottom. On the back I got 4, 1 on each corner. I got 3 screws. I got 1 here, I got 1 here, I got 1 here. They're small screws and they have plastic on the back of them. Once you get those 3 screws out, go ahead and grab the side of it and pull out. Same way on this side, pull out. There's a couple clips here, but you got to get it past those clips. Okay, as you can see, there's 2 holes here. And there's a couple little clips right behind here. So if you take a small screwdriver, you can pop them out. Now I should be able to just casing right off. I'm going to take this plate here off because I want to disconnect this wire to get this out of my way. I got 2 more screws down here. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and take this strip out. I'm just going to go ahead and unplug it right here. Just pull up on it. It should come right out. Now the door is free. You can do whatever cleaning you need to do. Okay, I've moved outside. I've taken the styrofoam cover off the top of it so it can be cleaned. Now I'm going to take these 2 screws here and these 2 screws here out. Now I'm just going to try and pick this up. You just flip it over, get it out of your way. Now we'll concentrate on the motor. Okay, if you look down here from on top of the motor, right there, there's 4 screws in the bottom of there. It's holding the motor bracket on. I'm going to go ahead and take those out. Okay, these 4 screws that are down in there, they're a Phillips or a 10mm. If the Phillips head strips out, just go ahead and get a 10mm socket with a long extension, like I got here. Looks like I'm going to have to take the bolts out of this to get it to tilt back so I can get the motor out. I have 1 bolt over there. I have 1 bolt right straight down here, and it looks like a Phillips screw. Now I'll take the 3 screws out here and 3 screws on the other side. Now I'll try and separate this from this. Okay, I want to give you a good view here of the motor. This right here is the motor wire. Blue, black, white, yellow, and red. Take your control box off so you can get to the wires. You got the red one here, you got the yellow one right underneath of it. It should come off. If it don't, just take a pair of pliers, grab hold of it. Okay, there's the red one. There's the yellow one. And remember, the yellow one goes here, the red one goes there. Now let's go after the white. The white is right here on the board. There we go. There's the white. I'm using these curved needle nose pliers. They work really well. Now let's go over here to the capacitor. Be careful with it because it may be loaded with juice. I got a black one and I got a blue one. Okay, black one's off. All I got left is a blue one. The blue one's off. Now to go ahead and get the wire back through here from the motor. Feed it out. Get it up here. Now we should be able to pull everything up straight up. Now I should be able to go ahead and pull this motor and fan and everything right out through here. Take this and go clean it. Okay, I'm going to take the squirrel cage off by taking this nut right here off, and I'm going to use a 5/8 socket. It's also a 16 millimeter if you don't have a 5/8. I'm going to turn this nut counterclockwise. Lock washer. Once I got the squirrel cage to move a little bit, I took this big screwdriver and I stuck it down behind it and I twisted it and it started coming off. It made it a lot easier. And now I should be able to pull it on off. And don't lose the washer. Now the fan is either a 1/2 inch or 13 millimeter, and it turns clockwise to take it off. So you got to turn it like you're tightening it up, and it's not very tight. It's got a lock washer on it as well, along with the washer. The fan should come right off. I'll put it out of the way. Okay, here's the new motor. I'm going to have to take this motor out of this stand right here, or this brace. Okay, I'm going to remove this nut, and the nut down here on the bottom. There's only 3 of them that you got to take off, along with this little green and yellow wire on the side of the frame. Okay, now that all the nuts are off, I'll go ahead and try and pull it forward. Take the motor out. Here we go. Now I just got to feed the wiring harness. It's got some kind of little flap there. Here it is. It's just a wire that holds it together. There we go. I can pull it on out. Later on, I'll go ahead and replace the bearings in this and keep it as a backup. But right here's the little coil I was talking about that holds the wire on. Okay, now go ahead and feed your wire through. Make sure that you're putting it back on the right way, because the fan goes on this side, which is your smaller nut, and your nuts are facing you when you put it in this way. Make sure your emblems are pointing straight up. Go ahead and drop it on there. It should line right up. So you can see it. Now I'm going to put all the nuts on it. Now I'm going to go ahead and hook my little green and yellow wire up. Get it right here on the side. Go ahead and put my wire in this wrap right here, like it was before. Now we'll go ahead and put the fan on, and it only goes on one way. See that little indentation or that flat spot? The fan will only go on one way. Now we'll go ahead and put the washer, lock washer, and nut on it. Now I'm going to turn it around and put the squirrel cage on the other side. Now remember, it had a washer. It goes right here. And then the squirrel cage can only go on one way. This has also got a flat spot. And it can only go on one way. And it pushes right on the washer, then the lock washer, then the 5/8 nut. And it turns clockwise this time. Now let's see how quiet it is. A lot better. Now let's start putting it back together. Okay, take this opportunity to clean everything up. Now I'm going to go ahead and stick this back in here through the back. And when it came out. Okay. Make sure you keep your plastic shroud outside both sides of the condenser. Get the holes lined up down here at the bottom. So you get your screws started in and go ahead and put them in. Okay, here's the four that hold the motor frame in, 10 millimeter. We'll go ahead and drop those in, tighten them up. Okay, now go ahead and put the 3 screws in this side and the 3 screws in the other side. Okay, now go ahead and put the screws in here to hold this down. There's only 2 of them. Now I'm going to take this wire and run it down underneath there and pull it right through here. If you're having trouble, just fold it over, put it in down beside the styrofoam, push it down in there, and just drop it all down in there. Push it forward. And it should come out the side to where you can grab it. Like so. Now I'll feed it on through up to the front. Go ahead and turn it up on the side, be careful. Now to put the wires back on where they belong. Okay, the red one goes here, the yellow one goes there. Now I'm going to put the red one on. Now I got 3 wires left, the white, black, and blue. We'll go ahead and take the blue one. We're going to go over here and put it on the bottom of this capacitor right here. Just go right underneath here. Like so. And I'm going to put it right here on the capacitor. If that's what that is. It looks like a capacitor. The blue one right there. Push it on. Now I'll go ahead and take the black one. And I'll put it back here on the other side, the opposite side of where the blue wire went. Push it on tight. Now the white one will go right here. You'll see the red one, the yellow one, and go straight on down. And there's an empty slot right there. It says P4. That's where the white one will go. Put it on down there tight. Now the wiring's done. I can put this back in here and bolt it up. Here's a schematic of how the wires hook up if you're not sure. Now I'm going to put this brace back on. It goes right inside here. Right under this. Just push it in there. Push that back. It takes 2 screws. Goes right in there and it lashes down. Remember, this gets 4 screws in it. 2 here on the top of this brace, 2 right here on this brace. Now I'll put the styrofoam on, the cover on, and bolt it down. Okay, go ahead and put the 4 screws in the back. Now I'm going to put the 4 screws in the side here and the 1 screw here. And I got 4 screws on the other side that's got to go in. Okay, all the screws are in the sides. Now go ahead and put the rail at the top. Now go ahead and put the screws in it. Okay, we got the top on there. Now we're going to work on the front panel. Got the front panel ready to go on, but I got to take this box back off because I need to run my wires through here. Okay, don't forget to plug in your control panel. Goes right here on this strip. Make sure you get this pressed down in there really good. Now we'll go ahead, put this in here like so. Mount it back up. Okay, now make sure you get this set up right. It'll go right through here, come up underneath here, grab it and push it through there. Snap your casing at the top. Pull this on through. Now go ahead and put the 3 bolts back in. One goes under here, one goes down here, and one goes over here. Now I'm going to try it out and see how loud it is. Big difference. Okay, here's the AC. Got everything back together. When you put the side skirts on, they only go on one way. So now let me go ahead and turn it on since it's set up in the window and give you an idea of what it sounds like. Now it's really quiet compared to what it was before. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Thanks for watching.